Alright, hey guys, it's Hunter Olson here again. It's the same day, and this is Chuck again. This time we are bringing you how to defend your house in a zombie apocalypse. We didn't put that all up here, but it just says how to defend your house. Now, we may or may not be right about this, but it's the closest we could possibly get at this time. Now, first thing is all these here are windows. Now, this is a door, and this is a window. An average window is probably about a foot or two off the ground. Now, that's not necessarily a good thing because zombies could be on that quite easily. Now, what I'm thinking, and what Chuck and I have both figured out, put metal bars on your windows so they can't
You guys want to
get in.
You could solder them to the top of the window and the bottom of the window.
Make sure you're doing it on the inside, not the outside, because
Yeah.
that's one major stupid mistake. Okay, so for all you out there who think it's okay to put these on the outside of your house, it's not a good idea. Zombie games did that so zombies could get out of their little areas that they have to break through, especially on Black Ops. Don't put them outside.
Don't trust zombie games. They're not
No.
at all,
And this is not where we're getting our information. We're actually thinking about it in real life and actually trying to figure out how good this would work. So we've tested some of this stuff, and we know it will work.
Now, the next thing you want to do is, if you don't really know how to solder things, you don't feel like it.
You could also,
it is a lot of work. You could drill holes into it
in your wall and do like rebarb or something.
Drill it really hard, thick screws. Probably about that thick or so. Might be freezing because of the webcam, but about that thick. So.
And it's also important to remember the fact that you are defending your castle, your house, so you want to try to defend it as best as you can. So, let's say here's door number 1 right here, and door number 2 right here, which is how we have it set up here. Now, what you'd want to do for the doors is you'd want to put a steel plating on the outside and on the inside of your door. But that's not necessarily the most important thing to do. If anything, just put it on the inside, because you don't necessarily always want to go outside.
Yeah.
Especially in the zombie apocalypse. Or you could find a way to like get onto your roof and get out here of your house that way. Like have a ladder farthest from a window, like right here. Have a ladder right there.
Next thing is, like, if you're all by yourself and everything,
you don't want to leave your house.
Yeah, and you know
it's probably not a good idea.
One thing you'd also want to do is maybe put like motion detectors
by each window.
And have them have an alarm, and always sleep like in the middle, so the windows, you'll hear it.
Or if you have a second floor without windows, I'd suggest sleeping up there instead, not the basement.
But still have the window alarms,
Never go downstairs. That's the most important thing, because the basement is the place you do not want to be.
They probably have one exit, even if they do your traps, because they're coming down. You have to wait for them to come down
to get up, but even then you might run into them and have a conflict on the way.
Yeah.
So the best thing you could do is, of course, keep your window shut. You could use wood. You could use, like the big, thick pieces of wood, about yay thick.
You could even use
like the 10 by 4
metal as thick as a baseball bat.
Yeah, even just put solder a whole bunch of baseball bats together, basically.
Yeah.
And find a way to keep them on the wall.
Could even work,
Or you could completely break out your windows and replace them with steel.
Okay.
But that's extremely expensive.
Well, that's it for this video, guys.
Well, I don't think we should end it quite yet.
Sure about that?
Yeah, I'm positive. I'm pretty sure we could. Now, other ideas is if you want to get onto your roof, since zombies are stupid, everybody knows that for the most part. They just want to eat you and kill you. But everyone also knows that they can jump. Or it depends. They might be able to jump. They might not be able to jump, for all we know. Like I mentioned in our last video. But what I'm saying is basically what we should do is we should, if you guys have a second floor attached to like and then you can get up to your roof from the second floor, I would suggest using that as your escape.
Another idea.
To get in and out.
If you're not planning on going down, something you could do is destroy the stairs, and everything.
To keep you from going down into the basement. And
take maybe a rope, you'd have to have good upper body strength to use a rope. But rope, you throw it out the window, you tie it really good. You get up there, that if you ever need to go outside, that's your way back in.
Exactly.
And, otherwise, if you're not, that physically fit, maybe even a ladder or something will work. You know, if you're good at parkour, you don't even need anything, you know,
Yeah.
go do it. But I mean, honestly, I think I'd go with the ladder, just be safe, you know, because you don't know, you're outside, you have 2 zombies chasing you, you're alone. How are you gonna get up there with the rope? You know, you're gonna be slow anyways.
And also another idea to defend your house is put fences. Whoa, geez. Put fences around your house,
Hang on a second.
and especially like fence gates. Now, I'm not necessarily saying you need to, but electric fence would probably be a good thing with
Yeah.
razor wire above it or
Barbed wire.
barbed wire. Razor wire is better, but
Yeah.
but that's also what we suggest with a gate, that you just have to flip a little switch that's on the ground on the other side of the gate to order to electricize the gate, of course, so you can get through and get back to your house. And another thing, never leave the gate unlocked or open. You don't want to be the stupid person.
Now, one more tip I have is, you know, if you are with partners, you have 4 people, you let 2 people sleep, 2 people stay up, 2 people guard the house. If they hear anything, you get woken up. And take shifts, you know, 2 hours at a time.
And the way we suggest keeping in touch is by these,
Yep.
especially over long distance.
Very well.
Now, we showed these in
Our last video.
In our last video, exactly this. But
link will be in the description to the playlist. I don't know if the link's actually working, if any of you guys could send a video response on how to get like an actual link in there. Because I don't think there's an actual link. I think what you have to do is just paste the lettering for it, you know, and that'll work. Should
but
bring you right
this
to it.
is probably your main safety gadget right here. Now, if you have like a military standard one that can reach for like hundreds of miles, that's fine, but you don't
Yeah.
want to travel that far.
I mean, the longest, I mean, we covered this in the last video, the
longest
longest
you
you
really
want to be
wanna
apart
travel.
is like half a mile, you know, you don't want to be too far apart.
Or one of my friends brought this up a while ago. If you really have to defend yourself somewhere, but you don't want to have to prep your house, and you want to move all your stuff, go to a armory. Those places don't have windows and their walls are extremely thick. That would be a good place to go. Or I'm not so sure if you necessarily want to go there. Go to the roof of like a school or somewhere like that and have a ladder going down that you can get out. Or I'm pretty sure no one wants to go there during a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Hospital. Or a fallout shelter of a bank, as long as it has 2 exits.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different places you can go. I mean, for all you know, your house was built back in the 50s during the Cold War,
Yeah.
and it could have a fallout shelter
in the
under the
basement.
house or something like that you could use. But again, you don't necessarily want to go into your basement.
You know, in the next video, we're going to be covering weapons, vehicles that you'd want, stuff like that.
We won't actually be able to show you any of these,
Yeah.
but we will be able to give you a good idea of what kind of stuff you would need.
I think that's where we're going to wrap our video up, so see you guys next time.
Oh, heck yeah.